Hello guys, and welcome to another MK Mobile video, guys. Today we are back in the Shiryu Tower doing battles 160 and 180. For 160 I chose the thing, you know. I chose to fight them with my guy classic Raiden. And I used the strategy of team soaking like I'm doing now with my Rain, and then going both to the wall with Raiden. Basically I think that this battle took me like 3 attempts. It wasn't really the most difficult battle in the world. Reason being because Takeda is the opener. This is extremely good for me because Takeda cannot pull me away if I try to tag out my classic Rain. It is what I'm trying to do. In order to do devastating attacks with Raiden, I have to tag out my classic Rain. And another beautiful thing, classic Rain has actually snare on special 2, which means that I can snare Takeda and keep him snared, and while he's snared I can destroy the other two guys. Look at this, they're taking damage in the background. Unfortunately, the tagging attack of classic Raiden doesn't work to bosses. I think they have to enable it, but let's say it should be like 4 times less effective or something. It has to do some damage, let's say 5% of their total health or something. It's not going to be that much overpowered. But the beautiful thing is that this thing works, right? Unfortunately, he's going to do damage to me now. He's going to cripple me, which is bad. Even though now I should have kept hitting this guy, generating some power until my classic Rain generates another power to do special 2, and I have to repeat the process. 1 minute, and yeah, at this point all I have to do is you know, eat some damage with my smoke and then tag to Raiden and finish the battle with doing as much damage as possible to the remaining characters who happen to be MK11 Scorpion and Hellspawn Scorpion. Problem with the classic Raiden is that his special 2 has tons of mini hits. Last time when I counted them, they were like 15 or 16 or something. No, wait, they were like 12 or 13. It doesn't matter, a lot. So yeah, he's, for that reason, not only that, but one of the reasons, he's not really the greatest character against bosses. Here I just made a mistake. I should have done another special 2. It doesn't matter, let's jump straight into battle number 2. Battle number 2, actually, I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm going to team soak them. Here I didn't see that they were team soaked. That was a mistake. I should have just tagged Raiden immediately. I lost some time, but it doesn't matter. So the Takeda is soaked, the entire enemy team is soaked, so all I have to do is do special 2, and this will have devastating effect on the enemy team. Sadly, Takeda was blocking. Another drawback of classic Raiden, that the first part of his special 2 is unblockable. If this happened to be Injustice Raiden, I could have done more damage because the entire special 2 of Injustice Raiden is unblockable. Probably I'm going to do battle 200 using Injustice Raiden. Speaking of that, I used Ronins in battle 180. A lot of you asked me to do Ronins. Now I underperformed. I didn't do pretty cool because, you know, first thing first, I'm not an expert of dealing with bosses with Ronins. And second thing, my gameplay against bosses is probably my worst gameplay. So I think I messed up the equipment. I should have given the spell scrolls to Ronin Kenshi. In general, it took me 5 attempts, but I'm positive that if I played better, and it could have taken me like 2 difficult, but let's say 3 was possible, because on the 5th attempt there was only one guy standing. And the problem with the Ronins is that you need to be 100%, you have to play really carefully around Spec Ops Scorpion, because he can regenerate. So every time when he tags in, you have to tag to Kitana or Takeda and power drain him or cripple him. Problem is that you cannot easily tag out. So the best way to approach the situation is to have them tagged in at the very time when Strike Force Scorpion tags in, so that you can immediately power drain him or cripple him, which is not really that easy. I tried to do it, but I failed in certain occasions. And this is the main reason why it took me 5 attempts. He actually regenerated twice to full health. That wasn't cool. Yeah, and here I'm getting extremely annoyed by all these Scorpions pulling me like every single time. It was really annoying. Probably this is the worst part of dealing with those bosses. Now, if you have MK11 Scorpion with good equipment, he is by far the best character to deal with those bosses, because for one thing, he doesn't have to tag out. You just punch them, you know the thing. Tap, 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 special 1, just repeat, and then when they're low, all you have to do is just brutalize them. Now, we're not going to watch battle number 3 because it's pointless. We're going to jump directly to my battle with the Ronin team, battle 180. Okay guys, we are back into the Shiryu Tower with my gameplay with the Ronin team. This is my equipment. Now I can say that I have decent equipment, not really overpowered, but decent. Still I have some good equipment on every single of those characters. Once again, I didn't play well in this battle, but I'm positive that if I played really great and I didn't let Strike for Scorpion regenerate, I could have done this in 3. 3 is possible. I would say that even 2 is possible if you are a god of the Ronins, which I'm not. So, you see what's going to happen now. The beautiful thing is that this Scorpion doesn't start with power because he's not a martial artist. Sadly, because of that, I don't have a specific character that's going to destroy him or counter him hard. So I'm opening with my Ronin Kenshi because he has the Living Dead. So even if he dies, not a big deal. And here he got me in the middle of my basic attacks, which is bad. And now he is taking damage. And this is the thing that I should have done. I should have given the scrolls to Kenshi, because Kenshi is my absolutely main fighter, right? And I'm using the time. And this is another mistake. I had to use the timing when he was stunned to tag to some other character. Luckily for me, he didn't pull me back, so I was kind of lucky here. And I need to get to special 2 before some of the other Scorpions tag in. Another mistake, I should have kept my Takeda tag in, so that he can get to special 2. And if Strike for Scorpion happens to be the next Scorpion to tag in, I could have simply, you know, stun him. Not stun him, but cripple him. And by doing that, he won't be able to regenerate. And then I could have tagged to Kitana. But that's the thing, even if I cripple him, at some point the cripple will expire. So a possible way to deal with it is to cripple him again, which is getting really difficult. Even though, you see, now, I could have done anything because he power drained me on tag-in. What I should have done in this situation is to preserve my entire power, just punching the other Scorpion until Strike for Scorpion tags in. So when this happens, he won't be able to regenerate. Now, it's all damages for nothing because he's regenerating. And this is the power, by the way, of Takeda. Takeda is pretty good if you have countered your opponent. Look at this, for example. I can keep this Scorpion occupied for a long time. Now I'm going to do this combo ender, and after he's on the ground, I will start punching immediately, and you can see that you can proceed with your chaining. It's pretty cool. Sadly, it doesn't work the same way after the other combo ender, which is unfortunate, but you can just chain it like this. It's absolutely beautiful. I have 30 seconds left. I'm doing work. Actually, my first battle was probably my best battle with all the mistakes that I did. The battles that will follow, not really that great. The first battle I did pretty decent damage to almost all of the Scorpions. Here, at this point I didn't know what to do, quite honestly, so I'm going to do nothing because this guy's going to brutalize me, but I had to do special 2. It doesn't matter whether he blocks it or not. And then I'm going to do special 1. At this point it doesn't matter because I'm just buying some time. I cannot kill them, I cannot do anything. I'm just going to do some damage and then go to the next battle. So let's do it. Okay, so battle number 2 starts. I'm doing exactly the same thing. He's going to get frozen because of the ice bomb, and I'll tag to my Kenshi, and I will start punching him. Probably another thing that I should have done in terms of equipment is I should have given a way to Kenshi to start with 2 bars of power. This will help me a lot, and also probably I need a piece of equipment that reduces the power cost of special 2. But once again, I almost don't have any experience playing Ronin Kenshi against bosses. I used him once or twice before. Actually, I do have a weapon to reduce the power cost special 2, I'm sorry, but it took me a long time to get there in the first place. So, I believe in this battle one of the Scorpions will go down, or no, actually I couldn't kill him now, but yeah, this is the thing. He's going to do special 2, which is going to destroy my Kenshi. Thankfully, I have... And the power drain of this Scorpion is insane. He literally power drained 1 full bar of power on tag. It's extremely bad. Going to do special 2, and now it is extremely important not to let this Scorpion do anything. So I'm going to power drain him, and then I will try to power drain him again. I don't want him to get to special whatever. And now he tagged out. Another thing I could have used is the weak point attacks, but sadly I don't have it. And you can see that the bosses don't really deal a lot of damage to Ronin Kitana. Not really, even though they just killed her. But in general, Ronin Kitana has the weakest tower equipment, and this boss was doing some kind of a weak damage to her. So I'm really impressed with the possibility, not the possibility, but the potential of Ronin Kitana to be probably the strongest tank. If I'd given her any tower equipment, I'm pretty convinced that it would take them ages to kill her, to take her down. She has some equipment, but not really that. I believe she has one. What does she have actually? I forgot. Let's rewind from the beginning. I'm not quite sure what I gave her. Let me see. Alright, this is the Takeda, okay. What is the equipment of... Yeah, she has 1 green piece. So, nothing really amazing, 1 green piece. And now, alrighty, what happened here? This was the second battle. Or was it the second battle or the third battle? I lost count. Yeah, it took me 5 in general. But yeah, if some of you guys is a master of Ronins, please let me know what I'm doing wrong. I know I did a lot of stuff wrong, but the biggest issue here is that they can stun you when you're trying to tag in and out. And if you're playing this team, you have to do that a lot. You cannot just leave one character. Look at this, my Ronin Kenshi is getting absolutely annihilated here. And not very good. And this guy power drains like crazy on tag. Look at this. There was no other option. Ronin Kenshi cannot power drain, so my only option was to bring in either Kitana or Takeda. However, Kitana didn't have any power, so she couldn't power drain him. My only option was Takeda, and I was praying that he can get very, very fast to Special 2. But the enemy Scorpion did Special 2 immediately after attack in. There was no time for me to do anything. So, at this situation, what can you possibly do with Ronins? The best play you could have done, by the way, I just killed one of them, is to keep, for example, Kitana or Takeda and pray that they're not going to destroy you. I mean, pray that Scorpion is not going to take your entire power on tagging, right? By the way, one interesting thing that I wanted to show you here, guys, I don't know whether you noticed, but you see now, this guy dies, another guy tags in, I'm power draining him, and he's doing damage on me, and look at this. He critted me for 160 damage, and this is a boss. The boss just crit me for 160 damage. Now imagine if you're fighting some kind of a boss team that they crit a lot. Ronin Kitana is going to be the absolute best tank. I mean, look at the damage. This is ridiculously low. But in general, it's not really that impressive. And now she's on fire, which means she's going to regenerate. I am really, really surprised with Ronin Kitana and what she can do with some toughness equipment. Honestly, she surpassed all my expectations. Really cool character. Now I'm going to resist that stun. This Scorpion is going to tag in, but I have enough power to power drain him. Problem is that Kitana is not really the greatest fighter now, so I have to tag to Ronin Kenshi, and I was kind of let's say lucky that he didn't pull me, but he could have pulled me back. So yeah, really kind of bad thing to fight with Ronins here, because with the Ronin team you have to tag in and out, and this battle doesn't let you do that. And look at this again, and at the same time the bosses are tagging in and out like all the time. The good thing here for me is that I have Kitana who is healing on fires, and I'm going to power drain the Scorpion so that he doesn't do a lot of things that he's not supposed to do. I just want to make sure that this guy is not going to do something stupid, so I can finish him off with basic attacks. Actually, I didn't, because Scorpion tagged in again. Look at those guys, they are tagging in and out every like 5 or 6 seconds. So if you cannot snare them, what can you possibly do? That was my biggest problem. I don't really tag in, I cannot freely tag in and out often, but at the same time they can. And since I cannot power drain them, it's not really cool. Now, can I... Again, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And every time when they do that, this freaking Scorpion is power draining me. Okay guys, so I don't think... Actually, I will let you enjoy the rest of the battle. And yeah. I think that there are 2 more battles to come, or even 1. Not quite sure. So, this is going to be all for me for today. See you next time. Take care and stay safe.
Perfect.